Welcome back to the channel, guys. Wanted to give you kind of an update of future projects that you're going to see probably later this fall. This is July 2025. Couple things. First and foremost, we're going to add a heated steering wheel, factory Lexus heated steering wheel, to the US model GS-F. The US market GS-F did not come with a factory heated steering wheel as an option. Just about every other market did. Japan, I believe it was standard. Europe, most of them had it. Canada, all of them had it. So it's a cool feature, but we didn't get that. And so I have a heated steering wheel, and I have a couple other parts that are going to be needed, and I'm going to go through. I've studied the wiring diagrams very carefully of the non-heated versus the heated for what we need to make it work, and it looks like it's nearly plug and play. And so you're going to need a airbag clock spring. It's expensive. You're going to need a switch from a 2019 or a Canadian model, but just to be safe, I have a switch from a 2019, and of course a heated steering wheel, and there's a little module that sits inside that wheel as well. The other thing we're going to prove with that is whether or not, if you just add that module to a US steering wheel, if it already has the heated element in it. I suspect it does, because why would, on a low production car like this, why would Lexus make two different versions? But I guess we'll get to that when we cross that bridge. Another project, we're going to talk about how to prevent these cars from being stolen. There obviously is a flaw that someone has exploited and has discovered it in California primarily. So many of these cars have been stolen in California, and the easiest way to tell is you see a smashed sunroof. They smash the sunroof to gain access, open the car, plug into the OBD2 port, and they're out of there, or the CAN bus. And so we're going to do 4 different things to prevent that, and one of them is preventing access to the CAN bus, which is access underneath the headlight. All they have to do is pry the bumper out, and you have access to start the car through the headlight. That's one of them. Another, of course, is through the OBD2 port. All you need is access to that, so we can prevent access to that. Prevent them from starting it. Fuel pump relays, or any other kill switch. And of course, finally, preventing the car from transmitting from the transponder, from your key fob, or from the car. And because what they're doing is called a relay intercept, and they're basically looking for the signal that your key is transponding or transmitting, and the car looking to receive it. And so they're intercepting that and basically fooling the car into thinking that they have a key, because they do. They have the signal from yours, they're just repeating it. And so those are things that we're going to talk about on how to prevent it, how to further make these cars, at least make them so they can't start them. But we're going to do what we can to make sure that we have a lot of these cars around and they don't get stolen and in somebody's garage, or parted out, or sent overseas. So that's the second of the 3 projects. And finally, the third project is, it's not completed yet. I'm talking with a gentleman that he has successfully completed adding a 4G cellular modem to these cars. The 16, 17, early 18s, they had a 3G cellular modem for access to remote start through the app and things like that. And he has a 2016, and he has successfully retrofitted the 19 or 20 4G module and modem, so you can remote start your car once again. Those not familiar, the 3G system was sunsetted a few years ago, and so basically all of us that had these earlier model GSFs, we lost access to remote starting our cars. There's obviously always the aftermarket as an option to do that, but we like factory stuff. So factory remote start, and there's a little involved, but it's not terrible, and I'm still kind of talking with him about the processes that he went through to get that. And so maybe we can make this much easier for everybody to add remote start back to their car, albeit like BMW, at a subscription of $80 a year to remote start your car. Kind of ridiculous, but at least it's still there as an option. So anyways, those are the 3 projects that I have planned coming up. And the second one, obviously, that I talked about with the theft, that is the important part that I really want to drive home with these cars, is if you guys own one of these, especially in California, you have to be proactive. hidden kill switches, whatever you can do to prevent the theft of these. They're high value cars, and they are very much a target for thieves. So you have to be careful. So that's what we're going to be doing coming up. In addition to our usual videos that now I'm doing deep dives into for sale, GSFs that pop up for sale. Also the ISF spreadsheet, again, that's coming soon, and the RCF spreadsheet. I have all the production from 2015 to about 2020, all the VINs identified. I just have to work through 2020 to 2025. Now that production has ended, there's not too many, less than 1,000 cars just for those 5 years. So it shouldn't take a whole lot longer, but it does take a tremendous amount of time to acquire all this data, and then of course publish it to you guys at no cost to you. So anyways, that's what's coming up. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you get a notification whenever I have a new video that goes live. And that's what I've got for you today. So thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.